panelist on this panel is Bruno Cyr. Alors, notre dernier présentateur aujourd'hui sur cette panel est Bruno Cyr.
Parfait. Merci beaucoup, Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer, and everyone for the invitation. Hello, everybody. My name is Bruno Cyr, and I'm an academic success coordinator at the Academic Support Unit at the University of Ottawa. We do love our acronyms, as you know, as members of this community. And really, the role of our department or sector, if you want, is to provide support for student success. And our approach is really to be centered towards you. So to always have a way to start from you. So to offer a very student-centered approach that is tailored to everybody, because as we know, student success means a different thing for everybody. It's something for me, it's something for you, and each version of it is valid, and we want to help you kind of go towards your version of academic success. We oversee a lot of services, various services, and something I'm really excited to share with you today. I'm going to share my screen, so you should see. There we go. Perfect. So you should see it soon. Can you confirm you see it? Yep, perfect, thank you. Okay, so what you're seeing on the screen right now is the academic GPS. So this is our new baby that was born out of COVID-19. As with previous presenters, we had to adapt quickly to COVID-19 and to all those new realities. And one of the biggest things for us was to say, how can we make sure that we keep that interactive universe, and that way for you as students to connect with your network of support at the University of Ottawa. So the academic GPS was born. Maybe if you were around during the summer, you saw a version of it on Messenger. We had kind of a beta version on Messenger over the summer, and now we've launched this in September. So the elements I'm going to focus on today are mostly the mentoring services as well as the writing support services that can benefit you without a doubt. And you can access them all through this page, okay? So it's pretty well organized. I'm biased, but it's pretty well organized, and it's kind of built around, do you want to learn with your peers? Do you want to learn at your own pace? Do you want to collaborate with students, or are you looking for events or workshops that would be offered to you as a student at the University of Ottawa? So there we go. So mentors and writing advisors are here to help. We have when we count everybody, we have over 250 people working with students across campus in different faculties, including the cycle supérieur, so graduate students that are there to provide some help to you. There we go. I'm going to start with the mentoring. So the mentoring is super cool, especially with the Graduate Student Mentoring Center is a great opportunity. We have around 6 to 7 graduate mentors from various programs and faculties that are there to help you with, being a student. I remember I finished my master's thesis a couple years back, but I remember the feeling of being a grad student and somehow feeling that I was kind of floating. Like I was just kind of there, and I was focusing on my studies, I was focusing on my topic, and the view was very narrowed, and I sometimes felt a little bit overwhelmed or isolated from my peers because it was a lot of like me and my research. I also worked on testamentary execution from 14th century France. So it was very niche, so not a lot of conversation to be had about that. So but coming back to the Mentoring Center, we can help you if you just want to connect with people, if you want to work on your work-life study balance, you have questions about kind of the long-term goals of being a grad student, you're not really sure, you just need to discuss with somebody and throw ideas and say, okay, what will I do after? How do I submit a thesis? What is the process to have the proposal review, for example, and all those steps? We can help. And by we, I mean currently registered master's and PhD students who will be there with you and are in it as well. So they know the feeling, they know the latest resources and processes at the university, so they can help you. The beauty of the GPS is that you can book appointments with them directly. So by clicking on any center, in this case, the grad mentor centers, you will open a booking. And then from the booking, you can directly say, je veux travailler en français. Je connais pas vraiment les mentors. Donc, Charlotte est disponible. Bam. Et là, vous allez avoir les plages horaires de rendez-vous. Donc, c'est très simple. Vous allez pouvoir prendre rendez-vous et vous pouvez indiquer, bien sûr, des notes. Donc, on vous recommande, si jamais vous avez un sujet précis que vous voulez aborder, de l'indiquer ici. Et donc, ça, le mentor peut se préparer, peut préparer du matériel, trouver des ressources également pour vous. So they are pretty well connected with all the services and elements on campus, so they can refer you and they can give you advice on some processes if ever that is what you wish to receive. So I'm going to go back. There we go. The Mentoring Center also offers a series of workshops for graduate students, which I think are pretty interesting. So if you go under the Workshops tab on the Academic GPS, you'll see that there is a whole lot of graduate student tagged events. So they are all free. You don't really need... Meredith, did you want to... Sorry? No, good. Okay, perfect. So they are tagged for graduate students. Some you have to register. Most of them you don't have to register. You can just drop in if you wish. And then you have more details as you click, and you have the link, the URL to add to your calendar. And you can always have the actual time zone if you want to do the correspondence between your time zone and the actual Ottawa time. More information. So that's pretty neat. There are also other events that are not necessarily targeted to graduate students, but usually if you don't have to register, you may drop in and you can also benefit from this information. They are open, even if they are offered by a specific faculty, they will be offered to all students on campus for that. The last one I want to talk about here are the writing advisors. So the writing advisors are people from the Academic Writing Help Center, so the AWHC, or CAR2, if you're using the French acronym, the Centre d'aide à la rédaction des travaux universitaires. So we are a team of 50 writing advisors. Most of them are undergraduate. We have some graduate students as well who are there to provide some support, and they can help you with a lot of things. They can help you with everything from understanding the instructions to organizing your thoughts, to developing your critical thinking skills, to how to do a proper argument, how to, I don't know, we can help you with sentence structure. I know for me, when I was a grad student, my biggest thing was like, I wrote those long sentences because I was like, I have so much ideas, like so many ideas. I just want to convey them. And I was trying to write in a way that was kind of like meaningful and stuff. But often what will happen is that my thesis supervisor would say, Bruno, your sentences, they're pretty, but they don't go nowhere. Like, they're pretty, I like them. But then again, when I have to have 3 takes to read your sentence, your reviewer or the academic journal or anything will have trouble focusing. So at the Academic Writing Help Center, we can help you kind of focus on shorter sentences, but meaningful sentences, how to still convey that message, maybe in a more like straightforward way. Again, we are not an editing service, so you cannot just, for example, drop an assignment and say, oh, can I receive some feedback? It will be a one-on-one, a discussion, and our goal is to make you a better writer. So our objective is, yes, we use your paper as a prop tool to kind of help you learn and kind of understand better who you are as a writer, your strengths and your weaknesses and how you can improve. But really, we are there to foster your skills set and to really make sure that one day you don't need us. So our end goal is that you don't need us anymore and that you are as independent as possible for that. It's all online appointments this year because of COVID-19. It's 30-minute appointments on MS Teams, and you can book up to 4 appointments per week. Over the semester, there is no limit, so you can come 4 times a week forever. We have, as long as you're registered, we cannot help alumni, unfortunately, but we have had people, I followed people for 4 years, twice a week for 4 years, and we would have like various discussions on certain elements. We can also help you with everything that has to do with academic integrity. So if you have questions about referencing, I know sometimes APA is very complex, or there seemed to be an APA variation for everything under the sun, or the Chicago, I was a Chicago student, so Chicago as well as MLA, our advisors are trained for those 3 methods. If you are using another method, we know resources, or we have kind of like generic advice that we can help you and direct you to a proper resource if ever we cannot help you directly for that one. Okay, the only thing that we cannot do with the graduate students, the only difference is that for your either your memoir or your thesis, unfortunately, we cannot really help with the overall structure and organization of them because it's so specific. It's really between like the research director or the thesis supervisor and you, and we wouldn't want to provide an advice that externally we're like, oh, that's brilliant. That's a good idea to organize it this way. You do it, and then your research supervisor is like, no, it doesn't fit with the methodology, for example. So for that, we won't be able to help, but we can provide general advice for your thesis. I followed students who were writing a thesis, and we would work on grammar, and we would use bits of the thesis to work on their grammar. So you don't have to wait until your assignment is done to book an appointment with one of the advisors. You can just book at any point. As soon as you're registered and you have assignments, you're more than welcome to come by the center and receive help. Okay, so how to book an appointment with us, or how to ask a question directly to a mentor. This is my favorite part of the presentation because I know I have colleagues in the background waiting for me to do that. So we're going to test the chat. So the biggest function on the academic GPS is the live chat that you see now on the screen. Okay, so I'm going to just use this address. There we go. I want to speak to a writing advisor, and then I'll say, hello, I need help. Will be kind with APA. Okay, there we go. Then I do send a message, and then usually it should be pretty quick to receive an answer. This is where we'll see if my team was ready on the background. But usually it's a matter of a couple, maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes. Sometimes we're really busy, so it takes a bit more time. So we'll see if somebody joined. But there we go. So Nina joined your chat, and then you know that somebody was assigned to your conversation. And then we'll go and we'll have just a regular discussion, and you can ask your questions. If we can answer, we'll answer there. If not, we'll redirect you either to a meeting with a mentor, a graduate mentor, or with a writing advisor. We also have a couple of writing advisors who are graduate mentors as well. So we offer kind of a cross-reference service where we can focus on the critical thinking aspect of it, and we can kind of help you develop those skills at the graduate level. So perfect. So here, Nina say, hey there, my name is Nina, and I'm a writing advisor here at the Academic Writing Help Center. How are you doing today? So then we would continue the conversation, and we would go from there. And what is neat is, as I am on the chat, I can navigate the academic GPS where there are other resources that are built in. So we're just gonna do this. So we'll let Nina go. There we go. When we're done, it's done. We close it and we continue. So if you want to learn at your own pace, you have a lot of resources here. So I think I recognize some names, so I might have seen you in some of the orientation sessions that we've hosted. But if ever, there are a lot of recordings here that are available on a variety of topics from here, let's see, accessing food services during COVID-19 to OHIP, UHIP, Canadian laws and securities, academic topics. There are a lot of content, so I encourage you to navigate that if you have questions or you want to learn more. You have technology issues. You have short links to all of the IT websites, as well as the virtual help desk from the Faculty of Arts. So, the dépanneur virtuel est une nouvelle initiative qui a été mise en place par la Faculté des Arts et qui offre du soutien avec les problèmes techniques, là, si jamais vous en avez. Ils sont très occupés en ce moment. Donc, si là, il y a des délais, ça peut arriver, mais c'est une excellente ressource si jamais vous avez des questions. Et vous avez également plusieurs liens si vous cherchez des ressources en matière de santé mentale, vous cherchez différents centres de mentorat ou d'appui sur le campus, vous pouvez également y accéder à partir de cette page-là. Il y a énormément d'éléments ici. Et à tout moment, vous pouvez toujours, le chat va vous suivre sur la page. Donc, n'hésitez pas à tout moment. Okay, if you want to connect, sometimes we are a group of people and we just want to, connect. You have instructions on how to create your own private space through Teams. So through Yammer, you can create kind of a place to be. For example, if you have a group session and you want to go there, you were so productive with the Bistro initiative, you were there and you were pumped. After the time, you were like, yes, I was so productive with my colleagues. And in between those sessions, you can create your own space. If you have questions about, of course, the associations or the clubs, we also have some virtual study sessions. They are more geared towards undergraduate, but we have something we call the Grad Writing Zone that is hosted by the Graduate Mentoring Center, which is just a space where the room is open and you can go. And when I look at the schedule, it follows one of the dates from the bistro. So if ever, after you've attended, you can go as well, but it's not as organized and it's not as, it's more of just a room, like we were opening the center's room for you to go, but we do not provide all the amazing support and resources that the bistro offers for the graduate writers, but it's there if ever. So I invite you to navigate this. And if ever you don't see your group, you have a cool initiative within your association, within your program or with your friends, and you think, oh, that could be cool, you can always do a request to publish your group. So we're always open to kind of reviewing what is happening on campus and integrating it on the academic GPS there to make sure that we kind of convey everything. Et finalement, on a le calendrier des événements. Je vais passer rapidement là. Vous avez énormément d'événements qui se déroulent sur le campus. Je préfère le list view. Donc, vous pouvez voir un peu là un aperçu de tout ce qui est disponible pour les étudiants. Et donc, si vous voulez vous inscrire très souvent, il va y avoir un lien d'inscription, puis vous faites juste cliquer et vous joignez. Wow! Vous joignez à nous pendant l'événement, puis ça nous fait toujours plaisir de vous voir. Tous ces événements-là, en fait, pour la plupart, sont ou bien animés ou bien facilités par des étudiants. Donc, c'est vraiment des espaces d'étudiants qui sont là pour vous. Puis, le GPS est vraiment là pour vous appuyer, pour vous aider à ce niveau-là. And maybe just to close with a little bit of a word on the Graduate Student Mentoring Center. Don't hesitate. Our mentors are super cool. If ever you have questions, the work-life balance stuff and all of that, or how to navigate, certain elements, they will be there to help you. And everybody like in the team is really there to help you. I know with the whole, situation and going virtual, it's sometimes a little bit like, oh, I'm at home, I'm in front of my computer. But we always want to state that the whole team is behind those screens and we're there to help you. And really, if you need to connect, or if you need to talk to someone, or you just need help figuring out the resources you need or how to navigate, please do connect with the Academic GPS or any of our resources, and we'll be happy to help you. I quickly talked about helping with plagiarism. If ever you have questions or doubts, or you're unsure about anything that has to do with plagiarism, or I should say academic integrity, because it's always awkward when I say, oh, we can help with plagiarism. It's like, no, we can help avoid plagiarism. So it's a good distinction, but all the information is there. It links to all of the institutional kind of regulations and stuff. And then we have online resources as well, if ever you have a quick question. And if you go to the, there we go. So the academic integrity section, you have a lot of information. I love the information management, because I was bad at information management as a grad student. I would just keep tabs open on my Google Chrome. And then one day I would close my Google Chrome browser and I would say, oh no, come back, please do come back. So if ever you need advice or you just want to have a different perspective, it's there. The mentors and our writing advisors can help you with that, of course. So that's pretty much the academic GPS and what we do at the academic support unit. So if ever you want to connect, don't hesitate. That would be my my advice. And there is no question that we will be like, why are they asking that question? Never. We're always there to answer questions. It's our mandate and mission. So never hesitate to connect. Donc, n'hésitez pas. Ça nous fait toujours plaisir de vous parler puis de répondre à vos questions, là, que ce soit en rédaction, en méthode d'études, sur le métier d'étudiant aussi, des fois, qui n'est pas évident aux études supérieures. Donc, n'hésitez pas là, à communiquer avec nous. C'est ça.
Ben, c'est parfait. Merci beaucoup, Bruno, pour votre présentation et pour toute l'information concernant le academic GPS. Thank you very much, Bruno, for your presentation and for all of the information that you provided about the academic GPS. It's exciting to see how the app has grown or how the service has grown since it was first launched in beta. Alors, félicitations pour tout le travail chez vous et chez votre équipe. Unfortunately, we don't have any time for questions right now, but I suspect you'll be able to reach Bruno through the academic GPS. So perhaps that is a great way to get in touch. Alors, malheureusement, on n'a pas de temps pour des questions pour Bruno, mais vous pouvez lui rejoindre par communiquer avec lui sur l'academic GPS et sur le lien dans le chat qui vient juste de partager. I'd like to thank all of our panelists, Eliza, Ariane, and Bruno, for their time and their great presentations today. Les étudiants à l'Université d'Ottawa, ils sont supportés et on sait ça à suite à vos présentations. Alors, merci beaucoup à tout le monde. Thank you all, and we'll be starting our next panel very, very shortly.